everybody. Thank you for coming back. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. I am going to combine the previous 5 chapters into a single video, cutting out most of the story and just keeping the gameplay. So, if you are more interested in the gameplay than the story, this video is for you. And after watching this video, if you decide that you would like to know a little bit more about the story, I will put a video card up in the top right hand corner so that you can go check out the previous videos where we actually go through the story. Now, that being said, let's get started, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Very well, we'll go together. Sounds like I convinced her. It's all good. Over here. If you want to help Strill, I could use your advice. I'll protect you, so stay close to me. Alright, so it's going to teach us here what the different unit colors mean. So, one of the first things we learn is that enemy units are in red. The units that you can control are in blue. And then allied units that you can't really interact with or control are green. And now it's telling us what our job as a strategist is. Alright, let's kick things off. So, just giving us some of the basics, we'll move on over and see how it goes. The one thing that I did not remember until I went and tested out the soundbite is that this first level is definitely sort of pre-staged. So it will tell us all the decisions to make, and the outcomes are pre-programmed. So it's pretty much impossible to lose. So we'll go over here. It's teaching us how to attack. And we'll pick our weapon. And now on the side here, we'll see our character in the blue, and we'll see the enemy character in red. The first thing at the top is our HP, which is our health points. The second thing is might, and you'll see on Lynn's side that there is a 7 times 2. That means that she's going to attack twice. Next, it shows the percentage chance of a hit, which is 39% to them, 100% to us. Now, in my experience, when an enemy has a 39% chance to hit, that means they hit 80% of the time somehow. It's kind of like trying to plug in a flash drive. And then it shows our critical percent chance. And then you'll see some arrows by the weapons. That's showing the effects of the weapon triangle that Fire Emblem is known for. Really fun gameplay mechanic. Sort of like rock, paper, scissors, but with weapons. It's my kind of rock, paper, scissors. Now, one thing that is certainly true with this Fire Emblem is that what you really have to manage, well, I guess there's a few things you have to manage, right? You'll have to manage money, weapons, but the most important asset that you have to manage is actually who you give experience points to. So that's something that you always have to watch out for, because if you don't level up certain units, or you don't level up evenly, then you can get into some sticky situations. So head on over here. It's telling us to pick out our health potion. it's going to have us go attack. Now, the interesting thing is it's going to have us attack here. If I was actually doing this on my own, right, you notice that we're going to attack, then the enemy unit takes its turn. So if I was actually playing this and the actions weren't pre-planned out on this first stage, I actually wouldn't attack first. I would just go up to the unit and pass the turn and let the enemy unit make the first move. That way, if the enemy actually hits on my turn, I know, hey, I should probably do a health potion instead of attacking. Because now we're in this situation where, for example, we attacked first, we got hit, it's now the enemy turn. If the enemy hits again, then we just lose the game. So you'll notice that the enemy unit gained some health points there. That wasn't a potion or anything. That was because they were sitting on a throne, basically, and that gives you a health boost at the beginning of each turn. And then that last move with Lynn going crazy was her critical, which she had a 1% chance of doing, but she busted it out and it looked awesome. Alright, strength went up, speed went up, pretty good. And now we will seize the throne and basically conclude this prologue. I suppose I should have been reading this out loud. Strong enough that no one can defeat me. Sounds good. Alright. Now I am going to go to the options here, where you can keep the animation on game speed. Fast is good. Max, let's do that. And change those settings. Let's go seize the throne. Voila. Good work, Strail. Let's go home. Oh my. We already live together. It's amazing. Is this acceptable, my lady? Yes, it is. Strail and I will lead. Let's go. You are called Strail? I want to impress my beauteous one. Let me attack first. Alright. Well, let's be off. Alright, here we go. Sane. Whoa, I missed. Sane, why aren't you using your sword? The lance is more heroic. A knight should look heroic, don't you think? You're hopeless. If you don't take fighting more seriously, you're going to find yourself on the end of a blade. Truth be told, I forgot to buy a sword. Forgot? Or were you simply too busy dallying with the ladies? Don't be so mad. I'll be fine with a lance. I'm that good. I prefer to rely on your skill, not your empty bragging. Take my spare blade and use it to attack next time. Are you sure? My thanks, Kent. You're almost more trouble than you're worth. Almost. Yippee, we got an iron sword. Strail, allow me to make up for my companion's blunder. I am at your command. Alright, so this is where it gives us the weapon triangle. And what we learn is that in our weapon triangle, swords beat axes, axes beat lances, and lances beat swords. So this barbarian here is using an axe, so we want to use a sword. And it's kind of funny because I do like to collect medieval weapons, so I've thought about this weapon triangle a little bit, and I don't really think it works However, it is great for gameplay mechanics. Strail, give me another chance. Alright, we're going to move this guy down right to here, because that is what the game is asking us to do. Make sure that we use the sword. And now I'm pretty sure that it's still, it being the game, is still basically giving us a tutorial. So some of these moves, particularly with Sane, I think are basically pre-programmed into the game. So I don't think he's going to be this awful all the time. But I guess we'll find out. And basically the mechanic that they are explaining right now is that the terrain will actually affect your hit chance. And so if you are on a forested area or a mountain area or a fortification, that will give your unit a boost and make them more difficult to hit. Alright, so now we will move our very sensible and proper knight Kent up and make sure that he attacks with the sword. And one thing that the knights are really good for, well, there's actually a couple things. Some of the reasons that these knights are really good is, one, they have a higher movement, so they can cross the map faster and you can position them easier most of the time. And the other thing is that they can use multiple weapons, which means it's a lot easier to use the weapon triangle to your advantage with these guys. And so now the game is going to teach us how to trade items. And so we will have Sane head on over. The healing power of love awaits with you, Angel. Strail, tarry no longer. I mean, some of this dialogue is hilarious. Alright, and we will finally learn how to trade. Alright, well, we have now reached the most difficult decision of this chapter. Do we give Sane a used potion or an unused potion? I think we give him the used one. Now you might ask for my logic on this, and I don't have any. Other than I want Lynn to keep the unused potion. So, yeah, that's the logic. Now, another nice thing about the mounted units is that if they perform a non-combat action, like trading, then they can move again, because they have horses, and horses mean you can move more, obviously. So, we will move to here, and it's explaining that our goal this chapter is to destroy all the enemies. So, that is what we will do. And we are going to move over here. I am choosing to leave the forested area so that I can get closer to the next guy. And let's see. I can't tell if that guy's on a wooded area or not. I don't believe so. Now, he has a pretty low % chance to hit. The thing is, if I go attack him, his next move will probably be to this forested area. So, I could move move here. And then he will probably just go for sane. And I think that I'm okay with that. Yeah. Oh boy. See, 46% chance to hit. Hits all the time. Now we're going to move Kent. Actually, let's see where this guy will reach to. So he will reach to this forested area. So we will move Kent up to here. We will move Sane to here. Just on the... Oh no, he has a 100% chance of hitting. So it ultimately will not matter. And let's check level 1. Level 1. Level 2. So I think my goal will be to get each of the knights to level up. Again, one of the biggest things that you have to manage in this game is actually the experience points that are handed out. So we will move on over to here and attack one more time. We'll end there. And looks like Kent is going to clean this guy up nicely. Puts him at level 2. So I think what we're going to do is do a pincer type attack. And typically the guys with the flashing shields stay in one spot, but every once in a while they do move. But I think for the most part we can expect them to not. So if we move Lynn over here, that'll do a total of 14 damage. And then Sane will move after, and we'll do 10. So that should work out great and give him the final / finishing blow. And hopefully that will be enough to get him to level up. And we should be good. Now, one thing to notice is that it seems like Sane has a higher strength than Kent, but Kent has a higher speed, meaning that Kent will attack, or will get a double attack more often than Sane will, but Sane will hit a little bit harder. So what that tells us is, or what it tells me, I suppose, is if we were to get some sort of stat boost, which some items will boost strength or skill or speed, I would like to give the strength one to Kent because I know he hits more often. So if I can increase the power of his hits, that'll be great. At the same time, if I can increase the speed of Sane, then he'll have a higher chance of doing double attacks, and his strength's already pretty high. So that's what I look at when I'm seeing these guys. Alright, and mini mission accomplished. We got everybody up to level 2, so we get to keep our guys pretty well rounded. That's the last of them. Fantastic work, Strail. Thank you. Oh yes, very nice. You're right. Say, Strail, there are some homes to the south of us. Perhaps we should go there and question the residents. Alright, well, it's telling us about the houses over there. Shall I take the lead? Alright. Tell me what you would like me to do. Oh my. Well, it sounds like she already has an idea. We shall go to the home, and then we shall immediately skip the dialogue because we do not care that much. Alright, we will go to the next home. Going. We shall visit, and then we shall immediately skip the dialogue. And then we will move on over. Excellent. Yes. Okay. Now, I believe that one of these homes talks about this gap in the wall. Not necessarily a gap, more like a crack. So, if you look over, unbelievable. If you look over here, this is the crack in the wall that we can actually do damage to and get in. The other thing that the game just taught us was that fortresses, like forests, will give you a bonus if you are in them during combat. And the added benefit of a fortress is that if you are in them at the start of your turn, you will actually regain some hit points. Let's see here. So the goal for this chapter is to seize the throne. We will move Sane to this group of forests here. Looks like that guy back there will not get to him next turn. Looks like this bandit will get there though. And we will probably have one of the knights attack the final boss because he is a sword user and they have lances. So I think we're fine to let Lynn finish this bandit over here. And I think we're going to put Kent right over here. And then next turn we will probably have him go attack the wall. We'll see what everybody ends up doing on the computer's turn. Well, let's have Sane. Ooh, the critical. Let's have Sane finish off that guy. We'll have Lynn come on over here. I think we'll probably have her go down these mountains. I don't believe that mounted units can actually go over mountains. So the bandit has a 46% chance. So of course he hit. Absolutely. Why wouldn't he hit? Oh, goes after Lynn. Okay, 37% chance. And of course he hits. Unbelievable. Remember how I was talking about in the first chapter that they have a 46% chance they hit 80% of the time. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so instead of using our potions, which are finite resources that are not fillable, we shall instead make use of the fortresses, which will give us free healing, so we can keep our potions. And now you'll see at the beginning of our turn that Lynn recuperates a whole, what was it, like 3 HP? Wonderful. But that's fine because this turn we probably aren't going to do anything extra. I do want to make sure that Sane hits with his sword and not his lance this time because this bandit is probably going to come on over. And he's a level 2. Kent is also a level 2. So we should be fine here. Yeah, so Sane did pretty rough on the last chapter, but again, that's probably because it was programmed to be like that. Overall, I think he is a pretty solid unit. And let's see what stats we get. Skill. I think that is the one that affects your critical percent chance. So we'll move him over here. Lindis is already level 3, so we probably won't move her again. See, we're actually going to move Kent down here. Give him the sword. We will move Sane over here. And we're putting him on the pillar because I believe the pillars also give a tactical bonus. Thank goodness. If he had hit again, had a 46% chance, I would have just lost it. Goodness gracious. Now, I think I suppose we'll keep him here and keep going. Yeah, okay. For sure, yep. 46% chance. I suppose that means he should hit roughly 50% of the time. And we'll move Lynn up here just in case we need her to take out another unit. Alright. Kent doing pretty good. Still not at that level 3. So we will continue to use him to take out the boss. Let's check and see what happens if Sane attacks. So 12 damage, and Kent will give us 9 damage. So we should be good there. Let's see what happens. Who do you think you are? What chance do you think you have against me? Man, the confidence on this guy with a name like Glass. Goodness gracious. Alright. Unbelievable. Alright, well, I guess we'll just go again. Let's see if he goes after Sane. Nope, after Kent, okay. Oh, okay, alright. Gotta dodge. Alright, and we'll have Kane give him the finishing blow. And I guess thank goodness we were moving Lynn up because she's supposed to seize the throne. I forgot about that objective for a second. Alright, so now all of the units should be at level 3. Mini goal accomplished. Ooh, very nice. Okay. Speed was up and strength was up. Excellent. Those are exactly what we want. And it's letting us know that after we defeat some units, we will get items. We will end the turn here and let us seize the throne and get a sweet new sword, probably. No chance. The girl goes with us by force, if need be. Hey, come on out, boys. The men are fair game, but don't put a scratch on the girls. Alright, well, it looks like it's time to fight, and we're going to recruit our favorite Pegasus Knight, and we're facing some bandits, and alright, yeah, they have a rough reputation, it sounds like, so should be fun. Alright, well, our character's being introduced. It's teaching us about villages. So what we can do is we can actually go warn the villages, and what will happen is, right now you'll see that the village is open. If we go warn them afterwards, a little door will appear. If we don't warn them in time, what can happen is these bandit units can basically come pillage them and destroy them. And usually, if you go warn a village, you will get some sort of item or something like that. So, let's see if we get anything cool from this first village. And let's see. Okay, yeah, some dialogue. It's very engaging and enthralling, so we're just going to skip it. Oh, looks like what we did is we got a new unit. And what it's explaining right now is how this new unit works. So, let's see. Okay, it wants us to use the archer right away. So, what it teaches us about archers is that they operate with a range weapon. And so how that is portrayed in the game is that they can attack with a space in between, whereas a normal unit has to be directly adjacent to the unit that they are engaging. So that's nice because on our end, because we can attack them without getting any sort of counterattack back. Although the one thing that we do need to be careful of is if our archer's out in the open, and you'll see this as we go when we go to attack that archer, because we will be directly adjacent and not one space away, the archer will not be able to attack back. Now the cool thing about this Pegasus Knight is that they can fly over normal terrain obstacles that other units would not be able to pass through. And looks like Florina is using a slim lance. It's a lance that gets outclassed pretty frequently, or pretty easily I should say, but in the early levels it's pretty good because it's light, so it's easier to attack twice, and it has a slightly higher critical percentage chance. And so as you just saw, right, we moved up with our knights and we attack, but the archer does not attack back, and that is because we're directly adjacent to the archer. So yes, the archer's going to be able to attack us. Oh, well, looks like it wouldn't have done much damage, and the archer missed anyways. One other thing to point out about archers is that they are super effective against flying units. So we want to make sure that we keep our new Pegasus unit away from any archers so that she does not die. So I'm just checking what these guys' attack radius looks like. So the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to go with Florina to visit this village, and of course we are absolutely not going to read that dialogue. And we got 2,000 gold, and we're able to use the gold to buy things. And we will actually probably try to buy something on this map, because this right here is an armory. And now, assuming that I did this right, I put Florina in a place where she could be attacked by the swordsman, but not the axe wielder. And the reason I wanted to do that is for the weapon triangle purposes. We should do better against the sword wielder than we should the axe wielder. Now, let's move Kent up. We're going to have Kent attack the archer because he can hit twice. So hopefully that means he will kill this archer. We only have a 71% chance, so there was a small chance that we missed, but thankfully we did not. Now Kent leveled up to level 3. Defense went up, which is good. Speed went up. I really would like his strength to go up one more. Then we will move Sane to the forest, which should give him a tactical advantage. And then we're using the sword, which also helps with that. At the same time, we are going to move our archer up, and we will move Lynn up as well. Now let's see what they do. All right. Very nice. 2 misses in a row. Looks pretty good. And, alright, sword wielder coming through. So we will probably switch to a lance on our turn and then have Kent move forward. And, oh, very nice. Yes, so we got a critical hit there. Very good. And yeah, since the bandit could not attack us, looks like he decided to come down this way. So let's have our archer go attack the bandit. And we'll see if this bandit is in range of Florina. Looks like he is. She can't finish him off. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move her to here. So we'll wait and probably have Will shoot one of these guys one more time. We'll have Sane switch to his lance, which should give him a better hit percentage. And he did, so that's great. We will then move Kent forward. And yeah, I think it's fine to have him attack, because even if the bandit does hit us, it's only 3 damage, so I'm not too worried. And then let's get Lynn out over here, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, yep. I do want to try and get Sane to level up and Lynn to level up. Oh, but looks like Kent's probably going to take out both of these guys, so that's not going according to plan. Whoops. Now let's check inventories real quick. So I noticed that Kent does have 2 potions, and Will does not. Florina does. So we will have Will come over here. I actually want him to move up 1, so that way we can get the full range of movement out of Will. And then we will trade and take one of these health potions and wait. We'll have Florina move up to the armory, and we will have her get something from the armory next turn. We want to get her an iron lance because, as we mentioned earlier, the slam lances get outclassed pretty quickly. So we will buy one of those, and then we have a lot of units that use swords. So we'll grab another sword as well, even though Florina can't use it. She'll be able to trade it off to somebody who can. So we'll just grab those 2 and save our gold for something else. We'll move Florina up here to a forest area and also put her in range to be able to attack the bandit, just in case we need to. Okay, we can move up there. And we'll move Will up here so he can attack the bandit next turn and get some experience points. And then we'll get Lynn going around the back so she can hopefully attack him next turn. We'll have Will take the first shot. And yeah, he said he wasn't going to listen to any apologies. So naturally, if somebody doesn't want to listen to your apology, you just kill them. Oh, wow. And Sane will actually hit twice. Interesting. I don't know if I want him to deal the final blow. Let's see if Lynn can kill him. She can't with the iron sword. She could with the Holy Sword of Pasta. So I think actually we will have Sane do the final blow. The other thing we could potentially do actually is have Florina do the final blow and get her up to, I assume is level 2. I don't know what level she starts off with. Maybe that's worth taking a look at real quick. And it looks like we accused this bandit of taking out Lynn's tribe, and he said that he does not kill women and children. So it looks like this is not the bandit group that went and attacked Lynn's home. So the question, yep, level 1, is if it wasn't these guys, who was it? So potentially another bandit group, potentially potentially her granduncle. That's what it seems to be alluding to, right? He's trying to kill her. So I don't really want Florina to do it because we have a 76% chance of hitting, which, to be honest, means one in every 4 hits will miss, which I don't love those odds. So there is a chance that she just dies. So we are not going to do that. Instead, we will level up Sane. We will go with the sure thing, which hopefully won't make things too difficult in the next round that she's only level 1, but we will find out. There's some foreshadowing saying that his brothers will avenge him, so I'm assuming we'll run into those guys a little bit later. Sane's strength went up again, his speed still down. Let them come to us. We'll fight here within these walls. Strail, take over. The command is yours. All we have to do is hold out until they tire and leave. Oh. Rest easy, Natalie. No one will harm you. Listen, everyone. Fight with caution. Alright, so if you guys remember, the red units are our enemies. The blue units are the ones that we can control, and the green units are ally units that we cannot control. And it looks like our goal is to protect this unit for 7 turns, but I would just prefer to kill everyone. So let's see how that goes. Well, let's see. I'm fairly certain that we can get Dorcas. Based on the dialogue, I think Lynn's going to be... Oh, alright, well, apparently it wants Lynn to move there. Lynn's going to be the one to talk to him. He has a hand axe, so I imagine he's going to move up to there, attack Lynn, hopefully miss because of weapon triangle, and we can win the day. Let's see. We got a crack here. They probably know that. So what we are going to do is move here, Iron Sword, keep Kent here, Iron Sword, and the reason why we want to move here instead of here or here is because in theory we can have a ranged unit here, all these places. So we can have more ranged units that will be able to attack enemies. Actually not here, but we'll be able to have 4 ranged units. If we were to move up a space, we'd only be able to do 2. So that's why we're moving there. But to be honest, I don't know if it matters on this map because we don't have that many ranged units. I think we want to have Will here. Yes, we'll put Will here. And the reason is because he'll be able to attack anyone over here, and we will probably have him attack over here. That that guy does not have a ranged weapon. This archer does. So it will be interesting to see how that plays out. What does Florina have? Well, I think we should have her trade weapons. Iron Sword 28. Well, let's have her trade that sword with Sane, because he can actually use it. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, very good. As suspected, he came up and missed. That's what we wanted. Alright, and hopefully Cat will, yeah, very nice. Just take that guy out right away. And depending on how this goes, okay, yeah, well. Okay, well, it seems like we probably want to have Will go attack the guy on the other side of the wall that's trying to break in. Well, only one hit so far, and Kent's taken out 3 guys. I feel pretty good about that. Level up. Let's see, level 5, very nice. Still no increase on the strength, which is a little bit of a bummer. I was hoping that the archer would not go over there. And, well, it looks like, okay. Alright, well, it's teaching us the mechanic that we can go talk to certain enemies and get them to join our side. So, that's pretty nice. We're just going to skip that, and voila. And, yeah, I think we want to move him inside the wall. And, okay. I'm guessing that that was a pre-planned, yes, a pre-planned movement, basically, because he only had a 3% chance of a critical hit. I think the super plan will actually be to move Lynn out. And let's have, well, let's see what his damage is. 8. So I will take 3 turns. What's the damage here? 9. That will also take 3 turns. The difference is that our Pegasus Knight will do well against this swordsman. Our Pegasus Knight could also do well against that swordsman. Well, let's see. If we move Sane here. Oh, looks like his HP's at 7. So we could do that. Maybe instead we have, yep, I think we have Will take this guy out. Get some additional experience points there. Maybe we just leave that wall alone for a sec. And then let's see. If we move our Pegasus Knight there, we'll do pretty well. How far can this character move? Excellent. So as long as we can take this guy out, should be pretty doable. And the reason why we're having Sane attack first, despite the fact that he's lower level, is just because if we had Kent attack first, he probably would have killed him, because he attacks twice. So we'll have Kent move up now. And then we will have our Pegasus Knight move up. 9, 6, but we attack let's do that. And the reason why I prefer that is, one, we have a slightly higher crit chance, although it didn't end up mattering on this turn, but also he has a smaller chance of hitting us. So that's why we went with the Slim Lance on this one. We get a level up, which is nice. Oh man, she's level 1 this whole time. That's terrible. And that wall is not going to hold for very long. So, let's see. If we're going to game plan on what to do there. I think that area is free enough. Oh, looks like more people are going to come. Oh, yes. Looks like more people are going to come. Okay. Well. Lynn could probably race down to this guy and get rid of him pretty quickly. We could have our Pegasus Knight try and race over there. She's probably the best equipped for that. Let's have our archer come take out this guy. I am kind of just leaving everything over there on that other wall in shambles. Let's see here. Well, the other option. So, have Dorcas come over here. I think we are going to have Lynn race down here. I think we will have Florina. Let's see. Just in case this guy does move. Doesn't look like he'll be able to move to where she is, which is good. Let's go with the Slim Lance, again, just because of the higher crit percentage, in hopes that she does crit. She did not, but that's okay. Then, see, Sane's level 4, about to level up. Kent's level 5. Let's put Kent, we'll put Kent over here on the forest, assuming that Sane hits. Yeah, we'll put Kane here on the forest. I don't know, let's wait to see what Sane does. He should hit just fine. Yep, looking good. Speed went up, pretty happy about that, since his strength is already pretty high. Now we'll get Kent here on the forest. Have a little wait. Alright, everything's looking good there. Now the question is, will we be able to get to the places we need to go to in time? So, I don't want to attack this guy right away, probably, because that may end the conflict. I am going to have Florina go up here. She is going to intercept. Let's see. Attack, hand axe. Well, I don't love his chances. But, YOLO. So that's pretty good. We'll have Sane move up as well. I think we will have Kent move to the next forest. Well, maybe we just have Sane take this guy out now. Sane can't take this guy out now. That is a bummer. In that case, we will keep Sane in the forest. We will move Will up, and to the forest here, have her attack. Alright. And thank goodness, he only has a 15% chance to hit, but you never know. First attack there. Nice. Another miss. Okay. Now, this encounter may end as soon as we kill this guy. And remember, one of our goals is to farm as much experience points as possible. So we want to make sure that we can do that. So we'll make sure that all of our other units get their attacks in and get those experience points before we finish off this last guy. Alright. Well, looks like his defense is not amazing. And honestly, his hit percentage is not amazing either. Although he hasn't missed yet, so something to be said about that. So I think we'll move here. Only 63%. If we do the Iron Axe, 78. Still not amazing, to be honest. I'm not loving our chances. Okay, well, forget I said anything. Apparently he's amazing. He's the best unit ever. His name's Dorcas. Now, let's move this archer up. 8. Okay, 8 damage. What can Florina do? 9. I don't think that's enough. What can Sane do? 14. That's enough. Alright, so that means Florina is going to be going over here. Slim Lance. For this Iron Lance, we're going to go with the Iron Lance because that means that if this encounter does not end after we kill this guy, that on the enemy turn she will be able to kill him. We will have our archer move up here and attack. And Sane should be able to finish him off no problem. Will leveled up. Speed up 1, that's good. And we'll make sure that Sane attacks with the lance. Very good. Now we will have Kent finish off this bandit over here. And things are looking pretty good for us right now. I almost wonder, because I think this encounter will end if I attack, I almost think it will be better to wait one more turn and try and farm some more experience points. So that is actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to end, and let's see if this ends as soon as this guy dies. It might not. Alright, looks like Lynn is going up a level. That's fantastic. Level 4? Very nice. Strength went up and speed went up. Our defense is still awful. Oh, look, okay, we get another turn. Very nice. No damage. Sane is a boss. Another swordsman coming. We should have this guy wrapped up right here. Very nice. That means we could send Florina to the other side to help assist. Although I think Will and Sane probably have it in the bag. Looks like Kent is going to have this wrapped up as well. It did look like Kent's iron sword was going to break here pretty soon. So, thank goodness his strength went up. So, we probably want to have him go to Sane and do a quick trade there. Well, we were going to do that, but this guy just popped up. So, never mind. Actually, let's have Will finish off this guy. Then we'll have Florina spaces this guy can move? He can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he should not be able to attack. We will equip the iron axe just in case. This guy can only move to there. Would I rather kill this guy or get the sword? Well, I think I'd obviously rather kill that guy. I'm going to give this guy the option to come attack Lynn, and then Will can make a follow-up attack. We're going to go kill this guy. Ah, yes, our strength went up. So now we hit for 11. Very nice, very nice. And, yeah, I feel pretty good about how this went so far. Anything we want to do with Dorcas? Maybe he can go try and talk to his wife. That should be a fun conversation. And yeah. Oh, perfect. So we do get one more turn here. Trade. Give him the other iron sword. As we see, Sane still has 30 uses. Kent only has 14. We will wait. Have Sane do, or not Sane, have Kent do another attack. Get some experience points. And then we will move Will and Florina up. Actually, let's go have this talk here. This should be fun. Natalie, is it you? Natalie, are you all right? What were you thinking coming out all this way? I was worried about you. I thought you might be doing something dangerous, so I did something dangerous. Please, don't let my leg trouble you anymore. You mustn't put yourself in such danger. Please. I'm sorry. I must have been out of my head. I didn't realize that girl, Lynn, made me open my eyes. Linda's brought you here? I'll explain later. We've got to drive back these bandits first. Listen, you stay put. I just injected that you. Don't know why. Don't move from here. All right. As long as you're here, I know I'm safe. All right. Move Will up. Attack. And that means that Lynn can finish him off, ideally without getting hit back. We're going to move her up so that she's closer to the entrance so we can have her retreat if need be. And we'll have Florina just move right out. Yep. Okay. Looks like we got one more round. Oh. Well, turns out that's the end. Bummer. We didn't get to kill all of them. Mini objective failed. So loud. Sarah, behind me. You there. See if you can match me. Well. Well, it looks like Urk is a little bit better, but can't say I'm impressed. Look, Strail. Someone's over there. Alright, well, looks like we are going to go meet some people and make some new friends. Yes, yes. We have a mage and a healer. This should be fun. And oh my goodness, so much talking. Alright. A mage and Sarah a cleric. So, one of the things that is pretty good about a mage is that They can attack at a distance like archers, but unlike archers, they can also attack enemies that are in the square directly adjacent to them. Well, looks like we are going to heal first. And Sarah is a healer, so they have staves that can heal. Pretty self-explanatory, and that way we can heal up our units without having to use potions. Now, the damage for magic is going to be based on their, I believe it's just their magic, and then how much damage the enemy takes is going to be based off of their resistance. So, okay, looks like I'm attacking here in the woods. I wanted to back out and see basically what this swordsman was going to do. Well, we have an armory over here. We have a bunch of little houses. Let's see. I will move our Pegasus Knight up to here and equipped our Slim Lance. Level 5, level 6, level 3. Can't kill this guy. He cannot. That is vexing. Well, we'll have Kent move up and attack. And let me think. Well, we might as well move Dorcas up. Can't move very far, so I guess that's where we're going. We can move to here. And I think I want to, I'm going to move here, and we will equip a sword. I'm not too concerned about Kent taking damage because since he is currently the highest level, I don't think we will be using him too much because we want some of the other units to level up. Let's see, level 1. So we'll move him here. See if he can take out this swordsman. Good for him. And we will move Sarah up. Heal again. And typically there's nothing too good in these houses, but it doesn't hurt to check. Again, I don't think this guy is going to move, but you never know, he might, which is why I don't necessarily want to send Florina over. I think we will actually move her to here. And then, again, the nice thing about mounted units is after they perform a non-combat action, like visiting a house, they can then spend the rest of their movement. So, at some point we will visit this house and then move back to stay out of the range of this guy just in case. We probably also want to try and get somebody over to the armory and see if there's anything that we can pick up. We'll just keep moving our units along. we'll keep Kent probably over here. Sane, we'll have go visit this house and see if we get anything. Okay, he's teaching us a little bit about magic. You can attack near and far, and that is not based on the defense. Oh boy. Urk is going to be the MVP of this battle, looks like. And oof, yeah, these sword units here, these are actually my favorite units out of the game. Pretty good with speed, pretty good with strength, and something kind of cool that I enjoy about Fire Emblem is that at some point you can sort of evolve your units where they can basically get upgraded into a new unit, and the hero is probably my favorite unit. They typically are depicted with a shield and a sword, and I think in pretty much every version of the game they can use swords and axes, but they're just an overall pretty solid unit. Let's see, we'll have Lindis move up and take that sword. Since Urk can't use it, continue to move up Will. Continue to move up Dorcas. And we will attack. Well, we will not use the Iron Lance because then he can attack us twice. So we will use the Slim Lance again. Okay. And Florina right now is a pretty low level unit, so it's good to get her the experience. And I think we will just end it there. I think the super plan is probably to have Lynn go attack the final boss and level up. We might have Will get some attacks in as well. And I will admit, having a healer on the team does make me pay less attention to these spaces, because I know that I can just heal up, but that's a bad practice to get into. And again, right, the magicians can attack both near and far, so that's pretty nice. When you're dealing with an archer, they can attack at a distance like the archer, but then also move up and attack the archer without getting hit back. Now, we'll probably have Sane go visit that house and the armory. Let's have Sarah heal in, since she is going to be the one attacking the final boss. And then I typically like to have the healers heal as much as possible, because that's really the only way they get experience points to level up, and I want them to level up as quickly as possible because it means that they will not die as often. So, for example, in this case, I don't think we needed to heal Florina because I don't think she's going to be attacking at all again, but it just makes sense to me to have her get healed. Ooh, a javelin. One of my favorite items. We're going to buy 2 of these. And let's move this up. Let's see. 2 swords and a lance. So we're going to have Sane take one of these javelins. Very nice. And then visit the house. Excellent. Okay. Well, it's letting us know there are other shops and that we should save our money. However, we just spent most of it on javelins. I have no regrets. Alright, time for Len to go kick some butt. We will take advantage of this forest right here and probably just win. I'm questioning everything now. Yikes. Alright, well, we'll move this person up. I mean, what are the chances that he hits with a 15% twice in a row, right? I'm sure somebody will be able to figure that out and tell me. But they're probably not very high. Alright, see, like I said, we totally got this in the bag. Not even worried. I was a little worried. I'm also a little bummed that Lynn still hasn't gotten her defense up. Lame sauce. And again, I don't think we actually need to heal in here, but I'm doing it because I want the experience points for our healer. Wow, level 9. So, let's see. Yeah, we're going to have Will come up and shoot here. Again, all about getting those sweet, sweet experience points. Urk. Trog-East. Does not look like he will be able to get it. So, we'll just finish it off with Lynn. Well, nothing is quite as enjoyable as killing bandits. Nicely done, Strom. I was just thinking the same thing. That should just about do it.